Hello, traders. It is June 25th, 2021, and time for the weekly update. So, with that being said, let's get right to it. The first thing that I want to speak to you about really is, well, pretty much the only thing it's been for a while is my favorite stock, Humbl, ticker symbol HMBL. Some major things happened this week. Some really good news. Rob Luna, who's an analyst and also helps people, with huge portfolios. I believe 1 million is his minimum required for anyone, for him to work with, and so he manages their accounts. He's also on Fox Business. I believe he does appearances on other new channels as well, but I definitely know he's on Fox Business News. And that guy started by doing an in-depth, sort of look at Humbl. That was last week, and then this week he came out and did the most amazing thing that we were not expecting. He became part of the Humbl team. He's a senior advisor now, so he's going to help this company on execution. And probably, I don't know all the details, of course, but if I had to put money on it, he's probably going to be the guy that they send up to do interviews and things like that, just because he's very comfortable behind the camera. Not to say we won't see Brian Foote, but I suspect that might happen. I also suspect that he's going to help the company in how to, set it up so that the stock looks good to investors. Things like that. He'll be excellent for this company. So that's the plus side. We can expect to see some real, upside with that. But the interesting thing is that even though the news is all over the place, the stock didn't go crazy, didn't go parabolic or anything like that. So it just, kind of makes me wonder if the market is still heavily manipulated, even with that kind of big news. However, it did go up. We did end up the week green, and I think that is despite all the market manipulation. So that there's a plus for that. There is a little bit of a downside that I see to this, though. Because Rob Luna is now an advisor to the company, there would be a conflict of interest if he's out there doing, analysis and stock recommendations publicly, and yet he's invested in this stock. It presents a conflict of interest. So, to my understanding, that means that he's not going to be able to really talk much about Humbl. I'm not sure if even if he's questioned about it, like on Charles Payne, which is a show that he appears on regularly. I'm not sure if even if Charles Payne throws out a question, if he's allowed to answer. I'm not sure exactly how strict that goes, but it definitely poses a challenge with in that way. So on the one hand, we're getting someone on the team who's going to be very good at helping the company to build, but on the other hand, now that powerful megaphone that we had is going to be diminished or even gone. So with that being said, I think that this will start to make other analysts and other public figures look into the company, and I expect that we're going to start to hear more about it from other people, and maybe even a Jim Cramer at some point. I could see that when they're on the Nasdaq, but it's a penny stock. Who knows? But can you imagine if Jim Cramer or any of these other really famous analysts were to start talking about the stock? That would just bring a huge amount of eyeballs on it. Not that Charles Payne has any slump or anything like that by any stretch. So, I don't know what else I could get into, more and more detail, but that's the gist of it. Next week, I'm thinking that it's going to continue to grow. I expect it to build. If it doesn't, I will be adding shares myself. I'm not a financial advisor, so this is just what I'm doing in my own opinion. Do your own due diligence, but research it out. And if you like this stock, and if you like what they're doing, drop me a like and Next week, I'll try to give you a little bit more detailed explanation as to what's going on. But it's just such incredible news, and I've waded into it. I actually have been hosting spaces now on Twitter, and so we've talked about it so much that I guess I'm kind of at a point where I need a refresh, if that makes any sense. The weekend's here, and I want to go out and kind of decompress on it and think about other things. And that leads me to one other thing, real quick, to drop a nugget for you guys. I'm looking into helium mining. Helium is a cryptocurrency that you buy the rig and you set up an antenna, and so it's set up through the airwaves, and it's helping to set up the 5G network, and that's part of being a part of that process. You mine helium crypto, and so once I have a better understanding of it, once I get the equipment and stuff like that, or even prior to that, I'll have a better discussion and can bring to you guys some information about it because I think it's a really good opportunity. All right, everybody. Well, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.